All right. We're going green, 25 laps. Blood Miller, front row. Into turn one. Tyson Blood to the lead. Miller will follow, followed by Roglin. Haney in fourth. Craig Moore in fifth. A little bit of contact with Sorensen and Craig Moore. We got 2 laps in. Tyson Blood stretching out the lead. .205 second lead right there for Tyson Blood. Scott Miller, Austin Roglin, Ryan Haney, Craig Moore, top 5. Side by side here in the back of the field. Tyson Blood picked up the win last week after having a flat tire. Oh, spinning in turn 3 and 4. It's Dalrymple, and we'll go yellow. All right, here we go. Restart. Blood with a good restart. Roglin's trying to get to second. He will. That's that Delaware style restart. Roglin took advantage into second. Let's see if the 6-time champion can fight back here as we go topless tonight. Moore in fourth. Moore and Haney having a good battle. Moore gets way high. Haney will get into fourth. Stay in fourth. Izzy will drop back to 8th on that lap. And here he comes with some more speed. Blood is the quickest car on the track. Izzy will move up to 7th. Contact between Dalrymple and Carter. Dalrymple will end up in the infield. Carter will be all right. We're going back here. Restart, 16 to go. Miller and Roglin, look at that battle. And Craig Moore, looks like the outside car has a little bit of advantage, but Roglin's trying to keep going here. Is he gonna spin in front of the field? He's gonna lose some momentum. Craig Moore's going to take advantage, moving to third. But Roglin's staying on the gas. Roglin's able to stay. Roglin's is losing momentum again. You're losing grip there in turn 3 and 4. Trying real hard. Here comes Sorensen. Roglin's falling back. Now he's going to try the outside, see if his car works better up there. And the 46 is going around. On the last restart. So we'll see. Craig Moore's now in going to be on the outside spot. And we'll see if Scott Miller learned anything from that other restart being on the outside. Got him in a second. He's now restarted on the inside and the outside. So we will see now what happens here. And we're ready to go. Craig Moore into second. Scott Miller into third. Is he getting high? Maybe made a little contact there. Blood, Moore, Roglin's up to third. Figured out where that car's running for him. That's last year's car. He said that's the backup car. Because the other car's got some work to do on that one to get ready for next week. Scott Miller's in fourth. Had a rough restart on the inside there. 8 laps to go. Tyson Blood looking for 2 in a row. Last week was an adventure when he had a flat tire and then came from the back to win. Just working through the field. Six to go. 5 to go. Tyson Blood. That's the new wrap on there. He didn't have some of the certain colors, so he used different colors. 4 to go as he's just cruising along here. Craig Moore's having a good run in second. Roglin is currently rounding out your podium. But the battle for 4th and 5th is hot and heavy. 6-time champion Scott Miller and Jake Sorensen. Sorensen's back after a few years off. Wanted his kids to see him race. Moves Sorensen into 4th, 1 spot out of the podium. See if he can get to Roglin. There's not much time left. There's 2 to go. Gets by Bryce Carter. Blood. 1 to go. 1 to go for Tyson Blood. Craig Moore, Austin Rogland. Top 3 pretty comfortable right now. Coming around turn 4 to pick up the win in the Topless main event. Tyson Blood, followed by Craig Moore and Austin Rogland. For top 3. 4th goes to Jake Sorensen. 5th goes to Ryan Haney. 6th to Scott Miller. 7th to Chaz Wilder. 8th to Brian Izzy. 9th to Higginbottom. 10th to Jeremy Miller. 11th to Bryce Carter. And DNF, unfortunately, to Zach Dalrymple. Well, if you're going home, we're going to do victory lane here. If you're going home, thanks for coming out to first annual Candy Dash Topless night here. We appreciate your attendance here at Grays Harbor Raceway. Fireworks and season championship part 1 tomorrow, next Saturday the 14th. I think we'll drag Phil Martelli back from Atlanta NASCAR race and get him out here to do the first part of the season championship. The pits will be open. Make sure you go thank the Craig Moore Racing, Tyson Blood Racing, both these top 2 cars, and Higginbottom Racing for doing the Candy Dash. So be careful in the pits. There'll be some hot cars. Maybe. Probably. But, yep, pits will be open. All right. You can hear you. Tyson Blood, Craig Moore, and Austin Rogland. Your top 3. All right. Hey, guys, we're going to do it up here because the mic works better up here. Come on up here. We know you want to give high fives to everybody up here anyways, Tyson. The man of the people. Here we go. See? Selfies for all. There you go. All right. Hand it over to Tyson. Tyson?
What's up?
Well, that was easier, huh?
Yeah, sure. Nice start on the pole.
Well, you set a track record tonight, huh?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I was just trying to run my best pace, you know, do what I can.
So what is it? Okay, explain to the people that are listening here and people at the pay-per-view, what's the difference between this where we can see your helmet? That's the difference for me. I was like, whoa, there's their helmet. But what's the difference for you driving the thing without no top thing on it?
Yeah, we look like little bobbleheads in there, don't we? It's pretty funny.
Yeah. And you sit way over to the one side.
Yeah,
you know, I don't think we never noticed that when we have the top on there.
They feel real similar. We definitely have a little less downforce, so you got to be a little more careful. You know, on the apex of the corner, it can come out on you. You know, in the heat race with Craig, we put on a good one there, and I almost lost it when he slid me there. So, but yeah, I mean, it's not too much different, just a little bit less downforce.
Well, next week we'll get right back into get that top back on there, and we got 2 more weeks.
Yep.
Going for another championship, huh?
I'm trying.
All right. Who'd you like to thank?
My dad, definitely. So we had a pretty crazy situation with the rear end we found on Wednesday. The rear tube was cracked, and we didn't know what to do. My dad welded it up, and we're just keeping an eye on it. But I got some new tubes ordered, and we'll probably get her fixed up this week. Definitely don't want to be racing like that for too long. But, you know, the old welder fixed her up. Thank my brother with the YouTube channel, 97 Blood Racing. Sarah, she's everything. She puts in a lot of work. I think she was up there helping you today. I think she did a great job. My mom, Bud Commander, AMS Oil, MB Electric, Walker Racing Development, Osbach Dirt Works, Joe's Racing, Oval Track Supply, Mel Decker Racing, and anybody else that I missed. I'm sorry, but tonight was a great race. Good job, Bert. You communicated awesome. Track was great. I think all the kids loved the Candy Dash. I think it was a success.
All right. Thank you. Your winner, Tyson Blood.
Good job, brother.
One of the people that helped put on this whole Candy Dash, Craig Moore. Craig Moore and Susie were one of the biggest people to put on this Candy Dash. Thank you, Craig.
Tyson would like to thank Swag also. He forgot.
All right, Craig. Thanks for the Candy Dash. The kids sure love that. You put in a lot of effort online and your social media posts and all that, so thank you for that. We really appreciate the help there, and we're glad we could help you out put that on. So
I only participate about 1% on that racing page, and that's the stuff you can't understand. Susie's the one behind all that. She does a great job.
Yeah, thanks to Susie on that. Now, who would you like to thank, and what was it like out there?
It was awesome, actually. You know, it was good racing. I would have liked one more restart just to challenge Tyson. I feel we were pretty even there at the end, but you know, I couldn't pull up next to him, so we tried a couple different lines, see if we could move a little faster. He'd move up, I'd move up. We'd move down, he'd move down. It was pretty matched. It would have been a good race, but I want to thank Miles Resources for helping my program, giving me time off of work and supporting me 100% on this. Corn Main, they help out the ground up, road construction, workman contracting, Corn Main, did I say that? Transportation systems. Mel Decker Racing. Mel Decker, you guys, he helps a lot of us out. He gets us tires and fuel. It's a real good little deal. I want to thank Mike and Leroy. Unfortunately, Leroy's laying, hopefully not in his hospital bed, but he's got a really bad fever and he couldn't make it tonight. So this one was I was going to try and win for him. I want to thank Mike and Leroy both. Susie, my kid, was down here tonight to help out. The grandkids. I know I'm forgetting some. Everybody for coming out. I think that's about it. If I missed anybody, Mom and Dad, I'm sure they're up watching. If I missed anybody, I apologize. I'll pick you up on the next one when we win.
All right. Congratulations. Craig Moore second. Now, Austin Rogland, third place, brought the backup car out, and you had an adventurous night in that main event, didn't you? There was one part where you couldn't figure out 3 and 4, and then you figured out the high side worked, huh?
Yeah, the cars handle way different. I have 2 cars, and this one's way different. Never drove with a top off of these modified, so it's handles different. I ended up messing up on that restart and went to the inside, and Scott challenged me there for a while, and just happy to kind of get back up here and get into third.
Yeah, and then you really had to battle, but there was a couple times where you made some mistakes over there, but then you figured out where it ran good, and you were like a rocket ship there at the end.
Yeah, the unfortunate part is I didn't want to go that high up, but I lost my rear brakes about halfway through the race, and so I came into the last one, last turner after the checkered, and I couldn't stop. I didn't know if you guys saw that, but I spun her out, and just glad no one hit me, so it was good heads-up racing there.
All right, who'd you like to thank?
I got to thank L&M Body Shop. I got to thank Dan and Mark for helping out in the pit tonight. Let's see. Oh, gosh, there's a bunch. Doug Davenport, this is his old car. Obviously, my 2 businesses for allowing me to come up here and race. So.
All right, congratulations. There's third place, Austin Rogland.
Thank you.
So Tyson Blood, Craig Moore, and Austin Rogland. On behalf of Circle Motion Promotions, Bert Johnson, Nathan Prince at Grays Harbor Raceway.tv. I'm Sean Holbert. We'll see you for season championship next Saturday. Good night.